Hey guys, it's Heather the Crochet Witch. How are you doing? Happy New Year. I said that in my last video that I just did. You're gonna see me in the same clothes because I'm doing a couple videos today for you guys. But anywho, I'm probably gonna have the whip weekend out first since it's a goal to actually have it on the weekends. But this is the Hooks and Broomsticks Crochet Podcast, episode 23. And I actually have show notes today. I'm so professional. That is one of my goals for 2021 is to be a little more of a professional YouTuber. Not as though my channel's not professional or whatever. Like I'm a serious channel, I guess I'm trying to say, but like I'm not organized very well. If you haven't noticed, I lose things a lot, or yeah, I am not organized at all. The last video actually I lost my clicker, so don't let me forget, it's right here, okay? Anywho, today is, I think I'm recording this on January, well, I am recording this on January 1st, but I think you'll probably see it on January 2nd or 3rd. So hopefully your New Year day went really well and your New Year's Eve was really well. And you're safe. If you're watching this, I assume that you're safe, and I hope that you're well. And I hope that 2021 is everything that we wanted 2020 to be, and it didn't turn out to be. Like, I know, let's be realistic for 1 second. I know that like nothing that has been going on at the end of 2020 is going away immediately in 2021. But let's hope for a better outcome, a better ending. Let's just, hopefully it'll just be better overall. So that being said, Happy New Year. So on early this morning, I drew the winner for my Christmas Day giveaway, which was for one of my skeins of hand-dyed yarn that I had been showing you guys. And the winner was Krista Kelly. Since it'll be a couple days before you see this, you may have contacted me, Krista. I'm not sure. But if you haven't, please make sure to give me an email, or you can even message me on Instagram, like DM me or whatever on Instagram, because I'm there. My information for that is down below. Make sure to get back to me. Krista chose Sugar Plum Dreams, the pink and purple colorway, as her favorite, so I will be sending that off to you as soon as I get a hold of you, and just to make sure it's you. Not that this channel is popular enough to have people like trying to impersonate, but I know people do that and it's not cool. So I'll probably have you, like I said in the last video, change your post to like change a word in your post. Is what I'm trying to get out, and add a word when I email it to you, and we'll get that sent out to you. So congratulations. I hope you like it. I hope it's good. So that being said, on to Happy Mail. So I got a couple of Christmas cards. You guys, I'm terrible. I think if you will all forgive me who are going to get them, I think I'm still going to do Christmas cards, even though it is the new year, because they're just going to be New Year Happy Mail. Honestly, like, I want them to go out. I feel bad that I didn't get them out. I loved getting the cards and the Happy Mail that I got this year. And yeah, so I got this one from, I'm going to hide the addresses, but I wanted to show you guys this stamp. I got this from Kay, you are like one of my best friends, and I butcher this all the time. She has a channel that will be linked down below, but she's Kay's Crochet Haven. I think I said corner and it's Haven before. Kay's Crochet Haven. But look at the T-Rex. Look! Isn't he adorable? Like, I don't know if people besides me find dinosaurs adorable per se, but I love him. I love this stamp. And I got this awesome card, Jingle All the Way, which is one of my favorite holiday movies. Just saying. and a blessed Yule, and a blessed Yule to you too, Kay. I hope your Yule was really nice. I don't think I even sent out happy Yule greetings, but I hope it was really good. And for those of you that celebrate Yule, I hope you had a wonderful Yule also. Wishing you all the joys of the season and happiness throughout the upcoming year. I love Kaylin. There's a little snowflake. So thank you for that. It has been, we took in all the cards that I've gotten from you guys and from family have been on our table, but so we had our tree set up and then we have our dining room table next to it, so they've all been sort of displayed up on the table, open, you know, like set up and open, you know. So those will go there until the tree comes down, which hasn't been yet. It'll probably be soon. But, and then I got this card, which actually I want to show this. This is a cool, I'm I don't know, I look at stamps a lot, I guess, but look, it's a banana split. And the artwork actually looks kind of vintagey on it, which I super love too. But this is from La, who sent me Baby Yoda, and I love Baby Yoda. And he's actually hanging out next to my crochet stuff in the other room. I should have brought him in here because I wanted to show you guys the Yarny stuff I got for Christmas. But you did see me open it in Vlogmas, and Baby Yoda, I'm sure, will make an appearance. And he's also, I opened him and I told him dad jokes. When nobody else wanted to listen to my dad jokes, I had Baby Yoda. So here's the card that La sent me. And it's a puppy with his tongue on the lamppost. How pretty is that snow background? And how adorable is that puppy? I hope that's focusing. There we go. Oh, he's even on the back with his tongue on the tree. And it says Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you, love, La. Thank you, La. I had a really nice Christmas and holiday, and I hope that you did too. Thank you again for Baby Yoda. So that was Happy Mail as far as cards go. Now I also got, I said I would show you guys, and I'm sorry for this first thing because I've actually been wearing it every day. But I told you I would show you guys when my Bon Jovi order showed up, which I know isn't Yarny, but it's short, I promise. It's only I'll only take a minute. But here's this ginormous Bon Jovi hoodie. Sorry, like I said, I've been wearing it, so it's pretty disheveled. But I was really surprised. This is super thick and all hoodies are pretty much all fluffy, but I love that new hoodie fluffy feeling too. Where is it on this side? It says, do what you can, and that's their logo. That is on the new 2020 album that Bon Jovi put out. It's one of the songs. And it's a zip-up hoodie, and then on the back is John Bon Jovi. I love this man. I'm not one to be political, especially in these times, but even his political views, I love his music. I love he's such a kind-hearted. I know I don't know him personally. I'm not trying to say that I do, but from what we as fans know of him, he's such a kind person. You've surely seen the memes or the news articles where he's opened up the Soul Kitchen, and he does charity work for them, providing food for the not necessarily the homeless or the destitute. If you go in and just want to eat and actually pay for your food, you can. If you can't afford it, you don't have to. I don't know if he provides other ways. I don't know if he does the whole dishwashing thing. There's pictures of him washing dishes in the Soul Kitchen though, to help out. I don't know. I love John Bon Jovi. I love Bon Jovi the band. I love their music, but I think he's such a good person to me. So anyway, here's the back, and it has John on it. And then I was only going to get the hoodie because I gotten an email from I have emails from them advertising things, of course. And I was only going to get that. Well, then they had said it was free shipping, Well, it turns out free shipping was on like a certain amount of money or more. So I was going to just add this t-shirt that I got, and I got it way too big, but that's okay. I like oversized t-shirts. But here's the front of it. Bon Jovi 2020, which is the new album. And it's just that. There's nothing else on the back or anything. It's just the logo for that. But that's a big oversized t-shirt that I got. Well, then the amount that I had to have, it came to just under, like literally like $1 under what it had to be. So I was like, at first I was like, oh, I'm so annoyed about that, and I'm just gonna take the t-shirt off and only buy the hoodie if I have to pay shipping anyway. And what turned out to be a happy accident is I was like, no, let me see how much this would be, and I added this tote bag, Bon Jovi 2020 tote bag, which is really nice. Like it's not that like thin jersey-ish canvas material, but it's like a pretty thick canvas material, and like it's sewn pretty well. It's not like it's a hand sewn item, you know. It's not an Ella bag, you guys, but it's got this really soft like canvasy handles. And it's a pretty decent size. It's going to be a project bag, obviously, because what else would I put in it? But I added that to the cart, and like this was like $20, and I was like mad at myself for even checking to see how much an extra $20 would be to the total. And then come to find out, the t-shirt and the tote bag were on sale. So with the discount of the sale, and then the shipping ended up being free because of it, I only ended up paying like an extra $1 for this. So I was pretty happy with that. So that was my Bon Jovi Happy Mail haul. And then there will also be a separate video going into further detail, but I got my Lion Brand order, you guys. I've been waiting for this forever. I will be, like I said, showing more detail of it, and I will also be doing a comparison because this yarn is similar to another yarn. Remember when I did that comparison with the cookie yarn from Hobie and the Red Heart Roll at Melange being basically the same yarn? So what I ordered was, I got one of each color of Lion Brand Moroccan Nights. Okay, and I will go through the colors right now, and then like I said, we'll go into it a little more detail-y in the actual video showcasing them. But this one is called Genie, and there is the colors of it, and hopefully my camera picks it up, but there is like a sparkle running through all these. And yes, Christy, there is just a little bit of halo. I don't know if you can see it, but these are really nice yarns, you guys. They're very pretty. There's Genie. This one is called Magic Carpet. Ooh, look at that. You can see the sparkle in that one for sure. This one is called Palace. That one's beautiful. If Rose is watching this, I bet this is one of her favorites, right? Hi, Rose. This one is called Scarab. Very pretty. I like this one a lot. I also like this one a lot. This one is called Sultan. Look at those rich, beautiful colors in there. This one is called Lamp. It's got really beautiful shades of gold. This one is called Princess. Oh, the light's gonna get this one. Hold on. Come on. Come on, light. There we go. That's Princess. This one is Prince. Light don't like these. You see that one's got really pretty like blue streamers of glitter going through it. And then the last one is called Wishes. Aren't these pretty? So pretty. So that, let me tuck these back in the box here. And like I said, there will be another unboxing. We'll go into more detail on it. I'll try to get in there and really show you the colors better because there's multi-changing colors on this. But I just wanted to quickly show it in case that video hasn't aired yet. I don't know what order these are going to air in, so I don't rarely, it's pretty rare that I've done multiple videos in one day and plan them out for separate days. I've sort of just realized I can do that. So I wanted to get some done now so that I have more days off upcoming, but like David's on vacation, so I'll be spending more time with him. And then on my downtime where I can do some more videos, then I'll just have more videos for you guys. So, and plus I gotta get some crocheting done, or what am I gonna show you, right? So that was my Yarny Happy Mail. And then I have, as Hannah from the Cozy Cottage Crochet would say, a tale of woe for you guys. So I ordered, for those of you that know, I am highly addicted to Bath & Body Works. Or if you don't know, I should say, I am highly addicted to Bath & Body Works. And they have twice a year the semi-annual sale. That is not just because they also have Candle Day, which I think is what I showed you guys in Vlogmas, that I got some candles from Candle Day. But I was so happy because I had some extra money on my check, and they had the semi-annual sale. And besides Pumpkin Cupcake, which is my favorite candle of theirs, my other favorite candle is a winter scent, so it's out right now, which is Frosted Coconut Snowball. If you like vanilla-y, sweet, coconutty scents, try this one. It's wonderful. And I was really excited because, oh, and it's not just candles is what I was saying. It's like the candle event is obviously just candles. This is the whole store. So like if you want a certain body wash, they've got that on sale. If you want a certain, any kind of the body sprays, hand soaps, the room scent things, it's all on sale. And it's all like really discounted. Because some stuff, like they're obviously like clearing out, like I had Pumpkin Cupcake, speaking of that, on my order actually. My order was split into two again, which is fine. They do that a lot. I had laughed and showed you guys during, I think it was during Vlogmas that I showed you that they sent me one item out of it, and then all the rest came in another box like a day or two later. But they split it up again, and I am still expecting a box with 2 pumpkin cupcake candles in it. Now, as excited as I was to get everything, I had my first experience with getting my notification, and it's been delivered, and I was really excited. Like, I woke up to that. I'm a late riser because I work at night, so it was delivered, it said, at 1:45, and I got downstairs by like 2:15, and there was no package at the door. And I have been messaging with FedEx. I have been messaging with Bath & Body Works. They've all wanted me to give them like extra time, give it extra time. But it really appears that somebody else is enjoying my Bath & Body Works right now. Because the box is gone. It hasn't shown up. It's been 4 or 5 days at this point. So that really stinks, because that was a pretty loaded box that I was hoping to show you guys. And I can't even, like, if they end up refunding everything, I can't buy it again at the same price, because that was during their semi-annual sale, which is still going on. So like, yes, I could buy it if it got refunded right now. I could buy it right now, but literally everything that I had got except for one candle is out of stock. So even if they restock it later, it will not be on sale. So I'm waiting to see what they do with that. I'm waiting to see what FedEx says. I'm waiting to see if the package shows up. But I'm pretty sure that somebody else has it. And it sucks. My neighbors are pretty awesome. Like, my neighbors are not awesome. Some of us do not get along, but none of us, like, if we get packages for them by mistake, we return them that day. If they get packages for us, they've always returned them that day. And in fact, right after I realized that it was not here, Damon and I got in the car and drove around to all the neighbors that usually get it by mistake, and it wasn't anywhere on their porch. None of them have given us a package, like they didn't take it in, get it, and any of that. So I think my extra paycheck worth of Bath and Body Works is just gone, and that really stinks. So that would have been Happy Mail, but it's not. Anywho, we'll see. I'll keep you guys updated on if that shows up or not. So I'm thankful I got the Lion Brand yarn and the Bon Jovi yarn, and David is installing a doorbell camera, and it's sad that we have to do that, but hopefully that doesn't happen again. Yeah, so moving on, I got New Year's things. Like every New Year's I do this. My mother-in-law makes a lot of little amigurumi toys because she knows a lady where she used to live in Chicago that has a lot. She's a child's doctor, so the lady likes to give out little toys to the kids when they come in and get like their shots and stuff. And so my mother-in-law sends them, like I've shown you the little amigurumis that she's made me. And she sends this lady a lot of them. So she goes through a lot of like stuffing and things, and she likes to use yarn ends for stuffing. So every year I save my yarn ends for the whole year, my clippings, and then I give her a big bag of them. So, well, sometimes it's a big bag. I save them in this jar, and here's what my 2020 looks like for yarn ends. You can tell where my hat was, right, when I made all the Santa's favorite hats. But here is, and like, it's kind of cool to keep it and look at it, because I can look at it and go, oh, I remember what that's from. I remember this project. I remember that project. So, yeah. I only save them because there's a use for them, because my mother-in-law uses them to stuff with. So hopefully this faux fur will be a really good stuffing. But that's one of the things that I do. And I know it's weird to save stuff. Like, it does leave the house though. The other thing is, in the shoebox for the year, whenever I finish a skein of yarn, I've kept the yarn bands, right? Which is fairly sizable this year. I can't remember. I'd have to look through. On my Instagram, I had posted what my final was last year, and I'll do that again this year, because I would like to figure out like the grams and ounces, which I haven't done yet. But this box that I just showed you came up to a grand total this year of 43,337 yards, which is 39,627 meters. And I worked that into miles, and it's actually 24.62 miles of yarn is what I've gone through this year. And I've gone through a little bit more because a lot of scrap balls that I went through, or not scrap balls, but like Goodwill yarn that I've shown off or whatever, haven't had the ball bands, so they're not included in this. So 24, almost 25 miles of yarn. Yeah, I'm pretty impressed with that. But I guess that's all I have for as far as like yarny traditions go, but I just thought I'd share that with you guys. And I know some of like Christy and Linda, I've seen them post on Facebook that they've also done this. So I'm just curious, do you guys do this also and keep track I just think it's neat. Like if there's room for a little shoebox, there's room for all the yarn, because I could have stuffed a lot more into that. You know, that's just, it is what it is. So, yeah. So I did get a couple of Yarny Christmas presents, that I figured I would show you guys. My mother-in-law made this adorable Amigurumi Christmas teddy bear because she knows how much I love teddy bears. And I'm actually going to insert that picture right here if I remember. I hope I do while I'm editing this, because it's adorable and I forgot to bring him in here, and I love him, so I wanted you guys to see him too. He's like a little crocheted bear, and he has a knit hat and sweater, because she knits more than, like, her lifetime wise, she's knitted a lot longer than she's crocheted. She just does a lot of crochet stuff now because the amigurumi, I think, is easier in crochet for her. I know you can make knit amigurumi, but I haven't seen a lot of it, so I'm assuming it's easier in general to crochet it. Anyway, probably not if you're a long time knitter. Maybe that's just her preference. I don't know, but I will show you that anyway. And then I think in Vlogmas I showed you the possum yarn from my friend Christian. He's like my best friend in Australia. I have like 3 best friends and he's one of them. It's just all the way across the world basically, so I can't wait till COVID is over and he can come visit, because I miss you a lot, Christian. So this is merino and fur yarn, and it is 30% possum and 70% merino, and I'm obsessed with possum yarn. Like, I saw Crystal from Bag a Day get some from like an Australian friend also, and I've been like obsessed with the fact, because I love possums. And I know that Australian possums are a bit different looking than our possums in the northern North America areas, but they're still adorable and they're still possums and I love them. So this is really pretty. If I remember right, this didn't have a color number. Yeah, it does. It says turquoise for the shade. And it is a 10 ply yarn, and it is 50 grams. And I love it. He got me 2 other possum yarns for my birthday, and I'm pretty sure this will go with at least one of them. And I really, really, really love it. So thank you again, Christian. And then Damon got me, he said that there's still another present coming because shipping, but not that he had to get me 2. He doesn't have to. But he got me this skull, which I will explain why it's yarny in just a second. But it's this really beautiful, I think it's plaster skull. It says Wicked Vanity Beauty, and I think it was meant for makeup brushes, but I have these Halloween candle holders for makeup brushes, and it has this is going to be for crochet hooks. And I have one that I got from Wish that's a more realistic skull instead of decorative looking, that I keep out in my craft room is not my main work area, just because like my gaming computer is out in the other room. Our dining room is basically, it does have the dining room table in it, but it's basically the family room, so we have like a living room and a family room. So it's out in the dining room area. David and I both have our gaming computers out there, and we spend a lot of time out there because we can game together then and everything. So that's where my skull is with most of my like Susan Bates crochet hooks. But Damon wanted me to be able to have some accessible in here, so he got me this, I should say, not these. So this is going to be for my my cooks that stay in this room, so that if I'm in here hanging out, I can just grab a hook and not have to worry about going out into the other room, which is really nice, and I love it. Thank you, Damon, if you are watching. He used to watch my videos all the time. He doesn't watch them as much anymore, I can tell. And then my other Yarny present was from David. He got me this really cool, I didn't bring it in here, but it's like it's a weighted heated massaging like pad that you put it over your shoulders. It's got like a little collar, and it's weighted, and it has a magnet to even clip it up here, and it's a massager for like your back for when I'm crocheting and I have sore shoulders. That was really sweet. That's actually out by the computer because I was crocheting out there. But the other thing that he got me is a set of Chaigu knitting needles. They are interchangeable needles, and I actually have one set of them out right now. I kept the little booklet that it came with, but they're different. They're all the different size heads that are about that long, and then, oh, I just pulled them out. And they're all labeled with like their sizes and stuff right here. And I have the really small ones all the way up to the really big ones. And they came with, in this zippy pocket up front, they came with, first of all, it came with one of these guys, which is, I mean, everybody's got these, but this is the Chaigu ones. And then these are like little random things, like there's a little tiny connector for your cords in case you need a big cord. And then we think these are, I didn't read it yet, but these are for like if you want to use them for big long straight needles. Basically these are the ends that you can connect to keep stuff from falling off. And there's two of these in here, which are little glares on that, sorry, two of these right here, which are like little you put them in to twist them, to tighten them, to keep them tighter than you could just twisting them on to the cord yourself, the tips. And then it came with these really like fancy psychedelic knitting. I have, my words are not good today, guys. Knitting stitch markers. And then it came with two different size cords for the small needles and for the larger needles. And there's 3 different lengths in each one, which the lengths on both of them are 8 inches, 14 inches, and 22 inches. And I already have one of those out of here. I will show you that on my works in progress, which are coming up soon. But yeah, he asked me what kind of needles I wanted, or what I wanted, and I was like, I want some interchangeable knitting needles because I only have like the circular like boys that you can get from like Walmart. Or I think I have a set or 2 of clover ones, which I like. I like those. I actually wouldn't have minded, not that I don't want these, because I want these, but I wouldn't have minded either like a set of the wooden clover. I think they make those in interchangeable also. But these are awesome, and I love them so far. I really love using them on the project that I started, which was my Christmas cast on, which I'll be getting to. You've probably already seen a beginning of it on Instagram, and I'm slow knitter, so it hasn't gone that, it's not a lot of progress since then anyway. But my other Christmas present that is Yarny from David is I got these awesome scissors. I cannot for the life of me remember the name, but Gary from Urban Yarns got scissors like this also, and that's actually when I showed David them, and I was like, I want these so bad, and I just made that comment. He ended up getting them for me. And like, don't let the fact that they're blunt looking safety scissors fool you, because these suckers are sharp. I use this just a small, like, my grandma always called them sewing scissors, I don't know, but the silver ones, the generic regular silver ones that are like this size, I use a pair that were my grandma's just because they were my grandma's, and I have to sharpen those because they're not there. They're very pointy, but they're not sharp anymore. Not well. I have to, like, when I cut my yarn, I expect to do that number. These cut like one time, and they're awesome. I love these things. There's one more look at them. So yeah, I got a couple of Scully gothy Christmas yarn things. There we go. Yeah, so that was my Christmas presents. And like, I was gonna do a video of just the Christmas presents, but I figured I'd just throw it into the podcast, you know. I don't want to overwhelm you guys with too many videos. You're gonna get sick of me. So, but I better move on because this is gonna end up being a really long podcast. So for my finished objects, let's get into the actual yarny stuff now. Now that we're 30 minutes into the video. I have this finished cowl, which during Vlogmas was just a work in progress. This is made in Shawl in a Ball Community Coral. And this is my Silent Night cowl, which will be a tutorial soon and a pattern for those of you that want the written pattern. But this thing, I'll tell you what, like, I've only worked with Shawl in a Ball once before, even though I have a ton of it to go through, which I'm going to start using it more often because, like, while this is lightweight and it is not, I think we all pretty much agree this is really not the 4-weight they say it is, it's very warm, and it's like a nice, like, it's not too warm where you can't wear it on just a chilly day. But like, instead of a tie at work, I've been wearing this because it drapes like the girls' ties. I usually wear a guy's tie. I usually wear like the actual ties, but the girls have more of like an ascot-y kind of tie, and my store manager's been letting me get away with just wearing this. And I really like it because it's warm, and like, my favorite thing about this is it's just the right length, not with my hair all everywhere, but it's the right length to wear like that, and it's warm that way too. So when we go out at night, I love this thing. I hope that you guys will love it too and want to make it because I think it's wonderful. Even if you don't make my pattern, if you make one of these in Shawl in a Ball, it's amazing. Definitely do yourself a favor and make something like this in Shawl in a Ball if you are a cowl wearer at all. My other finished object, I'm going to show it to you. I have like no room to back up. So I'm going to show it to you like raising it up because it's a blanket. And then I will put a picture in at the end also. But I finished that crochet along that was in my last whip weekend video. Well, by now it's probably not my first whip weekend video. Like, number 1 was this blanket. And I only had squares to show you then, I think. But I put this border on, which is hearts, if you can't tell, like fillet hearts. And it's done like in a log cabin style where each one comes up here. But here is January, February, March. Did March show up in March? And then April, May, and it's just, these are just scraps that I had. June. Sorry if it's not centered. I'm trying to see like through the blanket to see what I'm showing you guys. July. August. September. And then the final row, October, which is my favorite. November, December, more sparkly yarn. And then, like I said, I did a continuous join through the whole thing, which is like my favorite way for joining squares. I don't ever mind making blankets made of squares anymore because of this method. Yes, I do still plan to show you the tutorial for it. Maybe this week, actually, I will do that, and maybe the Silent Night cowl tutorial if I can. Depending on how much time I get, depending on what David wants to do on his time off. But the continuous join, it's literally this there's no sewing, and this is the biggest ridge. It otherwise lays flat, but it's just this really pretty like ridging, which is fairly flat on its own and adds a little bit of, I don't know, textury detail to it. And then I just did a border around the whole thing in this minty color, which this is all just one skein of, I think it's a Red Heart yarn, but I'm not positive because it was, again, a whole skein from Goodwill with no label. So I just used that in joining. And then I used this hot pink, and I went around it with, this was like this is a Red Heart with Love that was like called, I think it was actually called Hot Pink or Hot Fuchsia. But it was like a little orphan from a Joann's clearance like last year. My Joann's clearance, that one skein off, and it had like, it was almost like untwisted, like the twist was there but not well. And but I really loved the color, and it was like, I don't know, like 49 cents or something, just because they wanted to get rid of it and nobody still wanted it. So I got it. And then all of these are just like, this was a scrap from like a Crochet Crowd mandala blanket that I did. This is scraps from, I made a couple of, for an order, I made Viking helmet hats, and this was a Vanna's Choice yarn that, by the way, this was like one of the first Vanna's Choice yarns I've ever used. I had it from those, but it was so long ago I didn't remember using it. I love Vanna's Choice. Like, I really love using it. But this is just like a cream color from Vanna's Choice. This one, if you remember, I don't know if you remember Red Heart Accents, and I have no idea. I think I got it on clearance at Walmart one year, but this is just a Red Heart Accents color that I had randomly. And then this was a small skein of the tent sale yarn that I got. I actually got that as a gift from Debbie, the Canadian crocheter. Thank you, Debbie. I loved it. And this is a blanket for me, so like I'm always gonna have like a little memory of Debbie in my blanket, which I love. Because I love Debbie. Who doesn't love Debbie? So this was my blanket, and like I said, I will put a picture here, if I haven't already, of the blanket like laid out, because there's no good way for me to hold this up and show you. I'm still planning to do my blanket episode, so you may see this again. But I'm gonna have to find, like, I'll have to do it out in the living room in front of like my other yarn shelf or something. I don't know, because I was gonna do it for Christmas in front of the tree, but I just haven't got to it yet, and I really think we're gonna take that tree down soon. So that was a lot. That was a lot of hauling or lifting to hold this sucker up. And it's a decent sized blanket. It's like definitely a snuggly, I didn't measure it, but I think it's got to be close to a twin size. It's definitely an oversized throw blanket. But it came out quite nice, and the border obviously added like almost an extra foot to it. So, but I really was pleased with the way it came out. Hopefully you guys like it as well. So those were the only two finished objects I've had, because I was working a lot this last month, and because Vlogmas and the holidays and yeah. So on to my works in progress. I'm sure by now you've seen WIP weekend number 2. So you've seen this virus blanket that I was working on, that I tucked behind me. But this, I'm just going to keep it folded up because I showed it in that video too. But this is just a discontinued Hobby Lobby yarn. It was, and I love this yarn, and I do believe it was in a color yarn. I love this yarn colors. The color name is Firecracker, and I'm pretty sure they discontinued this. So, and it's just a virus rectangle blanket, which is mostly completed. Mostly. I've got this big center part, and this is Red Heart with Love. I've got a stripe of that, another stripe of this, and I'm thinking I'm going to stripe it black and stripe it with the last of this again, because I'd like to just use up this yarn, since I really do try to do like a no yarn left behind kind of. I end up with a lot of scraps, because obviously that's just not possible. You always have some little bit, unless you end up playing like yarn chicken. But I'm going to try very hard to leave no yarn left behind with this blanket, and just use it up, because it's discontinued. So what can you do, right? And the last work in progress that I'm working on is my Christmas cast on, which is done in Lion brand Mani Petty in the colorway Crew, C-R-E-W. But it's this really pretty like rainbow color, and I got 2 skeins of this with the intent of starting to try to learn to knit socks, which is going to end up being a new goal. Maybe I should do a goals video. I wasn't going to, because I was going to say that my goals are pretty much just like using down my collection some instead of buying yarn. But I think we all know I'm not even gonna try to say I'm on a yarn ban or even a yarn diet, only because like it only works for so long and then I want to show yarn to you guys. So I'm probably gonna end up buying it, but I'm gonna try hard to not buy it as much and work down some. I did okay this year. I did work some holes into my yarn shelves so that I could fill it, because I do have a couple totes that I haven't put on the shelves, and I still have a couple totes due to recent acquisitions. So my goal is to get, basically just to get everything onto shelves. Let's put it that way. Instead of hiding in totes, because what good is it to hide in totes? So, but anyway, we'll talk about goals later, or if I do a goals video. But those Chaigu needles, I did a Christmas cast on with this yarn and with Chaigu needles. This is a sock head hat. It will be eventually, but I'm a really slow knitter and I haven't had a lot of chance to knit, period. So this is just the brim of it. I will try to remember to link the pattern down below, but it's a free pattern on Ravelry. I just Googled sock head knit pattern, or something like that, and it came right up to the Ravelry link for it. So it's just a link on Ravelry. So that is my other works in progress. And as far as upcoming projects, Majesty and Mayhem, who did the filet blanket that I just showed you, that was her 2020 crochet along. She has a 2021 one, where you can buy the ebook and get all the patterns right now, or you can just get them as they're released. She's releasing like 2 a month this time on her blog, which I will try to remember to link below also. But I think I'm not going to buy the book. I think I'm just going to do the cal through the year, and it's probably going to be another scrap. It's either going to be just another scrap project or definitely working from my collection. Like, I have to pick colors for it still, but she's doing another filet block project, and it's going to be emojis, which she showed on her Facebook page. She showed a sneak preview, like, basically, and they're really cute, so I want to do them. It'll probably be another like scrappy looking multicolor thing, unless I pick like some of my yarn cakes that I have a lot of, because I think it's a sizable blanket this year by the looks of it, unless the squares are quite small. But I am going to be starting that, and that's the only like project I have planned, just because I want to finish this up and I want to start going through my whips, because another goal, I guess, that I am going to have is finishing up projects that have just sat around, like the virus blanket I was saying just sat there for years in a bag, and it's more than halfway finished. So I want to finish that, and that's another goal. So I guess I do have a list of goals started. Maybe I will do a goal video, like a short one. My upcoming tutorials, I'm going to do the continuous join tutorial for you guys, and I'm going to try to get this Silent Night pattern and tutorial done. I do like to offer the free tutorials and then the patterns on my Etsy store, which is linked below. Right now there's like 2 patterns there, I think, and there may be some yarn up there for my hand-dyed yarn by the time this airs. I'm not sure, but there are definitely patterns there. Because pretty much any tutorial I have, except for the Santa's favorite hat, that was just a tutorial, because it was just like for Christmas for you guys. But any tutorial I have, I will most likely have the written pattern up also. And there may be additional written patterns that I don't do tutorials for, in case they end up being like super long tutorials or something. But yeah, so that is coming up, and I think that's everything as far as yarny things. Other than yarny thing, like while I've been crocheting, especially today, because like David's asleep, because I tend to wake up a little earlier than him. When I say I work a night shift, I work like, I don't know if it'd be like a second shift, or I work at like from like 3 or 4 p.m. to like whenever we get done working, whenever our cleaning is done. So sometimes it's midnight, sometimes it's 1 in the morning, sometimes it's 3 in the morning. It really just depends on how terrible of a night it was, because we're stuck there until we get done. Sometimes it's from some long, long nights. But aside from working, I have been back to Netflix, like binge watching. I was during Vlogtober, I was binge watching Supernatural, and I still am finishing up Supernatural before I finish the last half of the last season, because I'm slowly making my way through and enjoying it, just because I love Supernatural, and I don't want it to end, and I don't want to see, like, I want to see it, but I don't want it to see it because it's the ending. So I've been putting that off. So I've been watching that on Netflix, slowly, like I said, like enjoying it when I know I have time to sit down and watch some episodes. But I also have been binge watching The Haunting of Bly Manor. So that's just like a suggestion that I have. It has a lot of the same actors as the other Netflix original, The Haunting of Hilltop, I think it was called, something similar to that. And they're both like haunting. I don't know that this is meant to be like a part 2 to that. I don't know. I know that the first one, The Haunting on Hilltop or whatever, was originally a book. Fiber Spider mentioned it. I don't know if he read it, because he does book reading stuff, but I don't know if he did that. But he's read it. He's talked about it before. So I don't know if this one is also a book, because I didn't look into it and educate myself on it. I just got really excited when I saw it on Netflix and started watching it. But it has a lot of the same actors and actresses, and the concept is similar. It's a haunting. It's slightly different. I won't go into spoilers. I'll let you guys watch it if that's like your jam too. But yeah, I highly suggest, if you like mystery, horror-ish. It's not horror as much as it is, I mean, it's a haunting, so I guess it is. If you're not into scary stuff, it's definitely horror. There's quite a few jump scares, and like, I'm not one of those people that watches horror and scary stuff because I don't get scared. I still get scared. I just like that like rush feeling of being scared. It's probably extremely weird, but I do really like that. So yeah. I just thought I would recommend that too. Are you guys watching anything in particular on like Netflix or Hulu or anything that you think I should watch? Just curious, because I'm always looking for stuff to put off enjoying Supernatural a little bit longer, to not have to see the last episodes. So yeah, we have a movie theater starting to open up again. It just opened up the other day, and hopefully it'll stay open. I don't know. I haven't been there yet since they opened, obviously, since it's only been a few days. But hopefully they're doing like safe social distancing. I would imagine they're probably only selling like every couple of rows worth of seats, but I don't really know what they're doing since I haven't been there. But and then some places around have started opening like drive-in editions of their movies. But this place it's just open inside. And the new Wonder Woman is something I really want to watch, but that is on HBO Max or whatever it's called, the subscription. So I might just watch it there. I don't know. Anywho, I think I have kept you guys for long enough. I just wanted to share everything and catch up with you guys, and I don't know, I just really like talking to you guys. Like, I know I always say that, but I do. I love, even though I'm sitting here in a room alone chatting to a camera, like, I know I'm chatting to you guys, and I know that you guys will comment back and talk to me, and we can chit chat and whatnot. So yeah, I just really like it. So thanks for doing that and putting up with me, and yeah, just thanks, and Happy New Year. And if you haven't and you like the content today, please consider subscribing. I've already mentioned there'll be tutorials coming up. I do yarn hauls, which is also coming up in a video if it hasn't already came out, of the new Lion brand stuff. I do yarn shopping trips when I go shopping. Yeah, I think it's turning into basically a bi-weekly podcast because it's so long and because I have such little time in between to get stuff done. But yeah, I do a podcast, which you're watching right now, and I will be doing upcoming vloggy things when, like, I don't know if the next, I know of Vlogust, Vlogtober, and Vlogmas. I don't know if there's a vloggy time before that I've not paid attention to, maybe, but I know Cindy Hearts Crochet does my funny vlogging time, but I don't know if that's like a thing or if that's just Cindy's thing. So anyway, I will talk to you guys later. I will see you soon because I have other videos coming out, and I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you later. Bye, guys.